man. Jermell Charlo has accepted the challenge of fighting Terence Crawford. I'm guessing after he moved down to get done move back down and to get done moving up fighting Canelo Alvarez. It sound good. Now Tszyu said that he heard that Charlo said that he coming back down. So Tszyu said if you feel like you confident you gonna win, you gonna move back up. Now you gotta remember too, they stripping Jermell Charlo of the 160-pound belt. 54-pound WBO belt as soon as the ring walks are over against Canelo Alvarez. The reason for that, if you don't know, is because they wanted to live up to the bill undisputed versus undisputed. That's why. So they wanted to live up to that bill undisputed versus undisputed. So that's why they waiting to strip him. They want the bill to be the same. They want the fight to be the same. If Charlo's no longer undisputed, then I guess they can consider that false advertisement, which most of us don't because we get the gist of it. But whatever reason they no, whatever floats their boat, right? So Jermell Charlo goes on to say, about to shock the world at 168, then I'm coming back to hold my throne down at 54. I'm the king. Nothing will stop me. Mega fights here on out. After my boy rematch, we can give the people what they want and make Bud Crawford fight happen. Lions, I guess that's a lion in my zone. OHB line, hashtag Lions only. So, he seen the ridicule that he getting for not wanting to fight Bud, and then crying about not being in big fights. And is he coming all the way back down? That's on him. You know what I'm saying? Then again, they're gonna say, well, Bud beat a drain Charlo, who came all the way back down. All right. We know Charlo could be having injuries. These dudes fight once a year. So you probably looking at next September, maybe, Terence get a tune-up, have to rematch Errol Spence, then fight Tszyu, then he turn around and fight Charlo. Charlo probably won't fight nobody. Or you're gonna get 1,000 mandatories popping up for Jermell Charlo. It's one or the two, right? A lot of guys been waiting for a long time to get their shot. So that's the thing about it. But at the end of the day, his character, how he was acting about fighting Terence Crawford before and after the Errol Spence ass whooping, excuse me, was uncharacteristic. It was very uncharacteristic. That's something that we really don't hear out of him. He usually with all the shit, when it came to Terence Crawford, I thought it was just about Bud, you know. Yeah, I thought it was just about him, Earl beating Bud. That's what I thought it was about. And he didn't see it happen. And now it happened. He's still kind of acting passive about it, he's still acting passive about it. So I mean, now, he heard the backlash, whatever, and now it's like, oh, I'll fight him now. You need the money, you know. Um, you need the money. You need the notoriety so people, know what you can't, know that you had those big fights, you know. But like I said, Charlo a tough fight for Bud. Some people saying it's easier than Earl Spence because Earl Spence beat him in sparring. That's sparring. That ain't no real fight, you know. But he coming all the way back down. Even if he put on 10 pounds just to move up around 64, that's still 10 pounds. And it's hard your 30s to come all the way down and maintain that and maintain your legs. You know. Excuse me. It's hard. And then, Bud got to get through a rematch. Apparently, Bernie said Spence will do the rematch. Some people gonna look at it as a cash out. I think it look at it as something to redeem his pride. Um, After the performance he put up the first fight, um, uh, you know, so I think it's about pride. You know, even he said after the fight that I could perform much better than that. Then promise a victory, a rematch, and obviously, um, you know, for if Errol Spence, if you Terence Crawford, you want to go ahead and get the rematch out the way. You get a tune up at 54, get to see how the body work at 54, and then obviously you get the, um, probably get Tszyu. So even Charlo said he returned to 54. I mean, they all can order mandatories, and it might not make sense. We know he's been refusing to fight Lara for years. If he get past Danny Garcia and Michael Zephyr, whenever him and Danny Garcia gonna fight, uh, so it's a lot of different angles and things that could be said from there. But like I continue to say, it's gonna be very, very interesting. So he said he coming back down. I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I know they only planning on moving 10 pounds for this fight, around 64, 63, 163 pounds, 64 pounds. Uh, and if you win, I guess he planning to drop back down regardless. To me, that's not smart. This dude, what, 32 years old? But then Terence Crawford got to go handle his business versus Tszyu if he wanted to be for undisputed. And to me, that ain't gonna be no easy fight. Tszyu punching, and people say, "Oh, he don't get his head off the line. He don't do certain things." You know, it ain't as easy as it looking there. And he bringing heat. He bringing heat. But he bringing heat. So to me, it ain't gonna be easy as people think it is. You know. But yeah, he one of them dudes that you could talk into fighting him. He kind of got that complex where you can get to him. He hear everybody people saying, he get to lashing out, and you kind of can talk to him and get him off his pivot. That's what you can do to him. That's what you can do to him. But yeah, sound good. He could beat Canelo and beat Bud. I don't think anybody could have nothing to say about him. One point he did call out, he did call out um David Benavidez, said he might have to lose a little bit of weight to get that fight. I feel like if Canelo loses to Jermell Charlo, which is probably a rematch clause in there too, he probably do it twice. I feel that I feel that he might have to stay. But hey, it is what it is. They probably throw Benavidez, give him his belt, give Morale a belt. Caleb Plant probably end up with a belt, and then some European guy end up with a belt. But it ain't Bud fault. These dudes, staying at the weight too long, moving back down. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. So he just doing what he need to do to stamp his legacy. So it sounds like Bud might 3 more fights left now. Bernie just said that I seen him just do a video that it will be a rematch. Is it a prior rematch for Errol Spence to show that he better than what he is? Is it is it a money grab to cash out? That's the $1 million question. You know, that's what you got to ask yourself. Is it a cash out? Is it I can really beat this guy and be better? And then if you Terence Crawford, do you accommodate him and turn the other cheek and let the rematch be at 54? And that's the $1 million question. Most people say, hell no, get your ass back down and make 47 again. Because that's what Errol Spence do to your ass. But then again, he did give you an opportunity. So you gotta respect that. So accommodating him at 54, he said he had trouble making 54. You know, he sparred 54 pounders. You can look at him spar Carlos Adames with rotating sparring partners. So, but yeah, shout out to Charlo. This is the Charlo that we know. I don't know who the other nigga was who was talking like a business, but shout out to Charlo. Um, Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.